Namely DNA, it's Spur and someone only coming in A, but Flipside is defending pretty well here, getting first kill, but Spur refragging him, and now Spur is in trouble, dies to 4 here, and Gameplay DNA takes this match to 2-0. Well, at first sight, I can't really see online bots going strong here, but well, it's only 2 rounds here, so it will take some time for them to.
Finally back into the game. I'm not gonna switch back to this, but yeah, but that was just rip. I got absolutely wrecked there when Mike stopped working, and yeah, we're now into the game. Don't worry, guys. You've only missed the pistol and an eco round, so it's absolutely a forced buy.
Welcome back, mate.
Yeah, welcome back. It's all good. It's all good. You shouldn't have missed too much. It's early days. For some reason, I have got to sort out problems with my Razer Siren because for some reason it just randomly stops working, which I don't really understand. OBS just kills itself. Many other things go wrong. But anyway, we're going to be seeing the first buy from online bots. They've got the AKs out, a few nades to go with them, but we already see an AWP onto Vic. We've got the SMG on Martin as well, so he'll be slightly lower down, but it is a P90, so it's not the worst of the SMGs. It's not going to do very little damage. It only takes, well, those 50 bullets. They spray out pretty quickly, and straight away we're going to see some long aggression coming out from Dodds. He's going to be pushing towards Forget, and is he going to take the sentry kill? No, he's not, so CT's taking an early start into this round, and that's exactly what they need. I know that, well, in most cases, I think gameplay will play better on the CT side of this map, and, well, we've seen online bots before. They are genuinely a T-side team, so if I feel like if they don't get too many rounds here, they may actually have a bit of a predicament going onto the CT side.
I totally agree, but Kivik is almost getting the kill on Helix, didn't really find the shot.
There's a B split coming in now. The push has already come in from middle, but Martin is going to take down one. He's going to leave Kvik very open, and the split has worked perfectly, although the rotation is coming in. It's now a 2 versus 2. Helix getting 3 headshots through the gap in the door, and that is how you take a round in your favor. Crazy stuff from him. Well, that's exactly what you want from one of your players, just to go out of their way to just destroy the opposition in that round. And the online bot's back on the score sheet. It's going to be a bit of a weird buy coming in from the CT side. Kvik, after buying that AWP, is now down to just a Deeg, and it's actually Pound playing the AWP. So, well, this guy, definitely one of the stars of this team. Pound has been up there performing all the way through the tournament, so I don't mind him having the AWP. It's just Kvik now left with a Deeg. He's actually playing up close, which isn't what you normally tend to see with a Deagle. It's a bit of an interesting play from him, but the mid control's coming in again from the team side. I think they may consider this an eco round just because, well, it's sort of what expected. You sort of expect the next team to eco into this, so they do have to be careful. And Dodds himself is on a pistol as well, so push will be coming in flip side with a hell of a lot of work to do.
They are going in short, yeah, and what I wanted to add from the Helix play last round, that's what I call esports. Pure skill, 3 headshots, beautiful. But the push is coming in from the short. Flipside has a lot of work to do with Bo. Bo already getting shot there, but Flipside is sneaking on the slope. Beautifully dodging that flash, but getting the headshot here. Bone only one in the A side. The rotation must come in. Beautiful trade in long, but that is disadvantage for the Gameplay DNA. Very aggressively Helix pushing into short to defend it, but doesn't connect the shots. Getting
I like that. Attempting a jumping Deagle. That's very, very interesting. Not quite sure what's going on. No, 4chan, this is not a LAN. This is to get to LAN. Whoever wins this, is it a free pass straight to LAN? Do they get the tickets? Do they get like travel as well? Or is
as far as I know, they get the tickets.
Tickets and a goodie bag.
Yeah. And the goodie bag, indeed.
There we go.
I know you want the goodie bag.
I do. On that, well, Forget. he promised me the goodie bag. Or was it Flip? It was no. It was Forget. It was Forget. So I'm not biased, but come on, gameplay. I want my goodie bag. But we do have a full eco. They have been reset now after that interesting force by coming in the previous round, trying to keep the T's economy low. And, well, so far they have done that relatively well. It is still Dodds on a scout. Martin actually going to find 1 kill, 2 kills. Nice work with the P250. This is a straight-up eco round, pretty much. Only a couple of P250s even in play. So the fact they've already dropped 2 players, it gives them a chance with this retake for any more damage. And, well, Spur nearly getting taken out. Someone having to really do the work, and I like how he's finally changed his name back to give us a chance with the casting. Forget, the smokes are holding them out of place at the moment. Both players are going to be walking into the crosshair of someone. He has been dinked up, but now, well, I don't feel like there's a huge amount for Get Smoke to do here. And considering they were all tagged, it wasn't a bad round, but they could have definitely taken a couple more. I'm feeling that we may see just, well, was it Martin set in the corner? Just like, come on, guys. I got 2 kills. Just get the rest.
Indeed, the rotation actually came in quite fast. They were already around B side when the bomb was about to go down, so they had a chance there. And actually, Spur finding a shot through the doors here on Martin, and Martin is left with 51 HP.
We do have a double up setup coming in as well for the T side. The CTs have opted not to go for head armor. Smart decision. They're opting to grab those nades instead. And, well, unless they're coming up against a pistol, which is possible with Spur and Dodds on the AWP, they may occasionally switch to the pistol. They should be absolutely fine. But, yeah, interesting to see a double up. Dodds is normally the secondary upper for this team, so it's not something too far out. But, well, they really are investing into this game very, very early. We saw him on a scout last round anyway, so clearly favouring the rifles today. And, well, at the moment it is Shetty up the top of the board, taking a lot of those eco frags. Also Helix as well. Well, those 3 headshots pretty much won them around. So we are going to be looking to see if Gameplay DNA can bounce back into this. But Spur going to be taking that entry kill on Pound is down and out. As said, one of the star players. I'll definitely, if we get to Cash, I'll be looking to him straight away because he is an absolute star on that map. And, well, I feel like Mirage, we've already seen what both these teams can do. That was one of the best of ones that came up previously, and Gameplay did win that, but it was let through. And Forget going to find 1, not going to manage the second, so still positive trades coming in for the T side. They're going to be pushing into flip side relatively soon. The smoke may actually give him a little bit of an advantage. Helix not properly checking the corner, and in the meantime, Vic's going to find 1. Still
Someone finding another from long. It's 2-2 indeed.
Burning alive though.
Pretty bad spray from flip side though.
You'll find that one relatively
now
easily.
flip side redeems himself.
4 seconds, it's already the CT's round. With Martin gone. And, well, if he can grab himself that AWP, that's going to be a nice investment. So, actually, that is going to do a bit of damage to the T economy as well. Someone not getting any money that round. He still has 6k, though, so they will be able to buy. But, obviously, we saw Dodds invest all of his money in the previous round. There's currently the 2 players who have been playing the AWPs who are really struggling for frags. We saw Spur with an entry in that round, but Dodds, 1 kill to 7. Not getting off to a great start, but, well, at the moment the rounds aren't looking too bad. The CTs, their economy isn't that great either. Nades were the priority for Pound and Martin. That's why they've dropped down to the FAMAS. Not the worst rifle in the world. I wouldn't say it's a huge disadvantage. They're not going to be hitting 1-taps anyway, but in the meantime, we're seeing quite a bit of long aggression. Really nobody holding up there at the moment. I suppose after Forget was only able to get a trade, he's now pushed back a lot further. Vic is going to take a little bit of damage, and I do like this spot. This is one, I think it's Freakazoid for Cloud9 uses this spot an awful lot. That was the only problem that came in with him. It's like, Freakazoid's going to be boosted on the box in CT.
Yeah, I think Holofmeister is also using it quite a lot.
Yeah, that's the only risk, but Martin going to flash himself out at the moment. They do have to be careful. There's a huge amount of pressure coming in onto the A side, and with the majority of the players not anywhere near. This is going to be a free plant for the T side, so it will be a 5 versus 5 retake. They're going to have to find these kills relatively quickly, and the pre-fire from Martin didn't quite pre-fire for long enough, but he does end up getting the kill. Again, going to be looking for 1 onto Dodds, so still a pretty decent trade. The team's not going to be too worried. The health is in their favour, and, well, so is the bomb. Bomb ticking away. Helix going to find himself 1, 2, 3, and only Pound remains. And someone will take that kill, but Helix again, he does pick up kills on low players, but, well, it's not going to matter as long as he's finding the kills, and that spray control was absolutely lovely. Just flicking from player to a player, finding the kill, and now the CTs are back on an eco yet again.
The Gameplay DNA did left the A side quite open for online bots, and they once again spur on point with AVP shots through the doors, actually hitting both Kivik and Martin. Both are low now, so it's definitely much more better chances for online bots to go out of this round without even losing a player. And Thoughts already starting out good with this, killing Bone in the long.
Well, this is another thing. It may be a good idea just to send the players who aren't particularly performing well just to try and find these kills, and Spur's going to get himself a Kobe nade straight down middle. But it's even eco frags can be a nice confidence booster for any player. So Dod's finding one, should be able to grab himself another there. There's a further player pushing towards short, but they're not going to find him just yet. This should be an easy kill for Spur, and as you said, completely clean round, not even taking a point of damage in the end. And yeah, not really much invested, so can't expect too much. And actually, the CT side, they're going to be going for a double eco here, so yeah, this time they'll have a few extra pistols, but I imagine we'll be seeing Kvik going straight for that AWP, and they are investing quite a lot into this 11th round, so when that comes in, if they lose it, this could be a great chance for online bots to rack up 7 or 8 rounds straight off the bat. Martin not going to be doing any heroics this time, and Kvik's got down also. And again, they're pushing the short areas. Really doesn't seem to be working too well for them. It's either they're not going aggressive enough, or they're just, I feel like either go, you've got to go. Oh my god.
Wow. Lining up for Helix there. Helix getting 2 headshots.
Headshot with the AK. Okay. But yeah, I feel like with that short push, they're pushing up there and hoping that someone comes along the cat area, but nobody is, so it's just like they're just getting picked off. It's so expected. But we do now see the buy coming in for the CT side, and AWP on both sides. Kvik having to drop the head armor, but that's not really going to affect him too much. And this is a straight up push towards the B side. Martin could have a field day here. Gonna take down 2 very risky plays coming in for the T side. We do have Shetty pushing in the meantime, but Kvik will end his life, and I feel like that was far too risky for the T side. I suppose try to catch those players off guard, but it really is, it's one of those positions I really hate when people push through smokes. It's like, there's always going to be someone keeping an eye on the B tunnels. Because that is such a common strategy, but it's just like, yeah, just keep pushing.
Exactly.
It enrages me. It enrages me to see that. Handed away 2 frags. They are now in a 2 versus 4. Obviously, Shetty got taken down in a completely different scenario, but, wow. The T's, they're going to go relatively defensive here. Spur actually the further forward of the 2 with the AWP, so he's going to be the one expected to try and find an entry kill. Someone going to be, wow, quite far back. They are going towards short, but Spur going to get taken down, and I feel like Samvan's been spotted out as well. Well, I feel like this is a little bit of a no round. He'll have to do something pretty impressive. Going to push straight out, and Palm will take a nice easy frag. And yeah, that's
well,
actually usually
push through the exactly. Push through the B smoke without flashing or without perfect flashes. It's quite pointless. I just saw 2 kills going straight for the Gameplay DNA without even a small effort there, and online bots was disadvantaged there. So there's not a reason to push through the smoke in B side. There's always somebody watching.
Yeah. However, they have brought it into a scenario where if they win, well, it's been 3 rounds, 1 round, 3 rounds, 1 round. If they get another 3 after this, then yeah, it'd be a great half of them using the economy to their advantage. But I feel like there was no way that they planned to run in suicide and reset the economy of the other team. That would be an absolute ridiculous strat. But in the meantime, we've got a double AWP coming in on the CT side. So Kvik and Pound, imagine they pick the other one up off Spurs Carcass, and whoa. It feels like that's what Pound wants to be playing. He is holding towards the B side, and it is one of those sort of positions where it's very, very common, but it's also quite hard to deal with. You really need either someone who's just going to walk in, like, again, I'm going to use Guardian as the example. We've seen him do it many times, so it's just like, you don't play that peekaboo game with Guardian. He'll just push in, and he'll take your head off. Or someone just with the AK skill to just hit the shot instantly, like, sort of pre-fire it. But apart from that, it is a very good spot to hold with the AWP. They just, and especially with the support from Martin, he's checking over towards middle. So they do have all the areas covered. The push, however, will be coming in onto short. We've seen some good play from Flipside so far, but straight away Kvik will be dropped. actually in quite a decent position. I am a fan of that one. But they know exactly where Flipside's going to be, but it won't stop him taking that first kill. Dod's going to be pushing in as well. Not going to find the second, actually going to retreat into the smoke. Not a bad decision. Still managing to stay here, and he may actually be able to find the bomb, but no, Dod's covering well. And that's going to leave it into a 3 versus 4 retake. Someone playing the lurk role perfectly, and this is the exact role I wanted to see him play. I said this, I think it might have been when I was casting with Kofo, like, my dream team was to have online bots, but maybe drop one of the other players and bring in someone as a lurker, and, well, it's just lovely, because you have this player who is so good at finding those kills, and if you can leave him on his own, it's almost like, I don't want to compare him to Get Right, because he's probably not quite on that standard of play yet, but it's in the Baltic Sea. There we go, call him the Baltic Get Right.
Baltic Get Right, but he does have a potential to be kind of like a Get Right.
Well, yeah, but I don't want to commit to saying, yeah, he has the potential to be the best player the world has ever seen. It seems like a bit of an overstep at this point, but yeah, he's definitely a decent player, and in that role, I'm a big fan of it. But we'll see whether or not they continue this. They have reset the economy, and Vic gonna get taken down very, very quickly. This time it is Helix playing the lurk role, so they are switching things up as well. They're just kind of pushing 4 players together, then 1 player to sort of make the little bit of a distraction. And actually, the B side at the moment is completely clear. The Deeg from Forget gonna find himself at least 1 kill into this round, but I feel like the economy game for Gameplay DNA has been so weak so far that, well, it's very, very difficult for them. Shetty gonna find himself the frag onto Flipside, and now, well, it's only gonna be, he's gonna find the flag onto Forget. It's gonna be Flipside remaining, and someone will take it
it's
down
exactly.
as well.
It's exactly how you said. It's 3 rounds, 1 for the online bots, then 1 for Gameplay DNA, 3 for the online bots, and the pattern continues. Online bots beautifully using the economy of their selves.
I feel like
pushing
it
Gameplay
is
DNA
slightly
to bad spot.
unintentional. Like, I don't feel like they're going, okay, right, we'll lose this round so that their economy's broke, like, so that their economy's reset and then we'll win. Because that, if you're that good at strategy, then you could probably just win 16-0 to straight off the bat. And Kvik not having any armor, that nade is going to be painful. 27 HP. The second one would have finished him if he was anywhere near that. But yeah, online bots are looking confident on their T side, but we normally see this, and the push from long. Nobody watching in that direction. Just 3 kills for Dodds there. Helix finding another one, and well, Flipside's trying to keep the fight going, but it looks like this will be a 3rd round, and well, it will be an eco coming in next round for the CT side, but if they do manage to win it, that will be very impressive just to keep the pattern going. But here we go, Flipside. Last man standing. All he can really do is save. There's no point challenging.
Well, it's quite sure that online bots will win and keeps the pattern going, but we'll see what happens next round. Maybe Gameplay DNA will keep the pattern going as well, getting into 1 round.
Well, they have to buy because it's the last round, so we will be seeing something from them. Hopefully Flipside will be able to keep this M4, and that will give them a much better chance. But at the moment, well, Helix is holding the position. He's not actually pushing, and I feel like they're slowly going to be working out where he is. And well, this rifle could be important to their next round. Obviously, he could maybe drop something for a teammate, but that's not going to happen. And it is going to pretty much be pistols, maybe an SMG or 2, but nothing substantial unless they're going to be going, okay, let's drop you a gun or something. It would just be silly. So we're going to be seeing a scout onto Martin. Yeah, this half has not been good for Gameplay DNA. So just because I feel like it's a little bit unfair just due to the fact that they really had only like 3 buys within the whole of the thing, but the whole of the half. But at the same time, that's just because they aren't able to follow up on rounds, which it has been quite poor for them. Martin's going to find the first jumping scout, but Helix is going to be pre-firing the shot now. And it's down to Kvik with the D. He's going to be caught with a smoke in hand. Going to make things very difficult, but he's at least going to take 1 with him. Actually force Shetty to be...
How the hell did he get it? How the hell did he get the deagle shot?
I don't know.
2 guys were out of the B tunnels and he was full flashed. And they got the deagle kill.
I have a feeling the pattern may be about to be broken, but... Kvik! Still doing work with that Deeg. It's going to be a 3 versus 3, but the health is definitely... Health and utility definitely in the favour. someone getting a dink that only does 20 damage, so that's well, not really that effective.
They also have those. Yeah, they do also have those two defuse kits though that wins them 5 extra seconds for the retake. But the retake comes in, they get the one frag.
Wow.
Keep doing jump and
Ooh,
beautiful bomb.
Killqueen,
Jump
please.
shot from
Now it's gonna get difficult because they've got to defuse this without.
0.1.
Oh, he's gonna stick it, and they are gonna keep the pan going. Oh god.
Wow. But
This-
beautiful round from Game Lady DNA.
Yeah, this has been a bit of a weird half, to say the least. He's actually apologising to Shetty for that Deagle shot.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna be seeing
Well, like,
the CT side now from Online Bots. That's why I'm intrigued by, because they're strong T side, but
Like-
I haven't seen a convincing CT side from them yet. I don't think.
yeah, I haven't seen strong CT side either. Like I said, Online Bots is strong T side on the first round. And that's what Online Bot showed us, 9 rounds, and the Dash 2 on Terrorist side is pretty well played.
Well, I think
Now they
for
only
me,
need like
right
7 more
now,
rounds.
I am seeing a sort of. I'm now going to compare them to another team just because I can. They're sort of playing as like a phase lineup where it's like all of our players have very good aim, but playing as a team it just doesn't seem to be working. And as we see there, Shetty going to go down, Spur taking a quick trade in a completely different part of the map, no relevance there at all, but I feel like they need to sort of work on their CT team play, and we'll see how it goes. We've got Pound currently playing as the raid boss, so a lot going to be going for him. He's actually going to drop the Tech 9, which is a bit interesting. I don't see why he had it in the first place if he would rather have a USP, but anyway, it's going to be a 4 versus 3. We do still have a smoke for the T side, and someone going to find one, but he's going to get taken down by Pound. Clearly that USP is going well, but Dodd's going to find one back. He's got 2 more to find. He is not the player with the kit, but I'm sure the kit may be somewhere on site. And really, well, now they're actually going to be playing for long as well. Interesting to see playing for long in the pistol round, but, well, especially if he doesn't have the kit. Dodd's going to be picking up the Tech 9, though. Not going to be something you want to leave on site, but I think he knows exactly where this is. The smoke is going to be coming in. There's going to be so much time for... Yeah, I feel like
It's
Flipside
so
has
close.
so much
And
time.
Flip-
5, 4... No, he should have this.
Oh
He should
no,
have
it's
this,
gonna
yeah.
get.
Flipside
Yeah.
has just way too much time. Without the kit... If he had a kit, that would have been easy. But, unfortunately for him, the kit was dropped onto another player, and Gameplay DNA will be taking the pistol. The trend has been broken.
Well, Flipside had a USB, so maybe that's why he wanted to play long, but he had no idea that there was a smoke on Online Bots. I mean, Gameplay DNA side? Wait, yeah, Gameplay DNA side. I got confused right there. I was like, wait, what?
We are going to be seeing 3 rifles coming up for the T side, a few nades, also a flashbang going to hit off flip side, but yeah, nothing too much. We are going to be also seeing the force from the CT side, excluding Spur, because obviously he wants to get on that AWP as soon as possible. Shetty with the dig, going to be trying to do what his counterpart Kvik did in the previous round, and here goes Helix as well. Martin going to be avoiding those headshots, and well, we've got to be careful here, but he is going to find the headshot with the Galil. Obviously at the moment only 2 players with head armor, so the Galil is still pretty deadly, but so is the 5-7. Flipside going to be dropped. Martin actually running into a choke point here. This is risky from Gameplay. That's the one thing you don't want to do, is get close to those pistols, and it's now into a 2 versus 2. The bomb is going to be splitting towards the B side, I think. Actually, it looks like Kvik going to be walking away, and, well, forget. He's got his SMG out! And only just going to take the kill. The P2000 not quite doing enough damage. But Shetty does have an opportunity here. There's guns on the floor. I'm sure if he wants, there's probably a Galil in the area. Actually going to pick up a 5-7. Must be a Galil. Yeah, look, there's actually a gun right in the corner there. So he's managed to pick himself up a rifle going into this. Obviously, he doesn't have a kit. So that is the one flaw of this plan. The Molotov going to be coming in, and a perfect shot from Kvik. And it does seem like this guy on the T side, when he's on point, he's scary. He really is scary. So we'll see if he can continue that. Obviously, that was just a pistol buy coming in from the CT side. We can't exactly expect too much. And, well, the T's looking like they're going to
Well,
try
they
and
did
rinse some
damage.
money.
It was a quite heavy damage on Gameplay DNA there by Online Bots, so I'd say it's worth it. They had a chance to win it, but it was still worth it.
So this is the point where all that
Now
money's just
coming
going
in bush
straight
from
back.
long, yeah.
Flip side gonna get taken
3
down.
kills
But
already coming into gameplay, and 1 kill back to the online bots, but it quite looks like it's definitely round for Gaming DNA without a doubt.
there's still an opportunity to do a little bit of damage, but as said, Martin now just farming that cash. He's gonna find himself 3 kills. That's 1800 straight back into the bank. So really any of the damage done in the previous round has been reset, and there we go. We see Kvik picking up the AWP. The M4s will be coming in also and all onto the CT side as well. So Spur, he does do it very well, just making sure he has the amount of money ready for that AWP. Kvik gonna miss the shot, so no damage done just yet with the AWP, but we are, well, I feel like the B side is going to be so well defended here. Someone going to go down straight off the bat though, so a good entry kill. And we do actually have quite a few players actually pushing towards long. Helix being very, very risky here. And so Shetty, why are they pushing so much? Really wanted to get one of those kills back.
Ouch!
4 players currently on long, just like, yeah, we're just going to wait for you here. And the second they threw that flash out, you saw every single player on Gameplay DNA waiting. But Dodds is going to grab 1. Still an opportunity for this CT side, but I feel like Spur may already be making the decision to save. It looks like he's just sat in the spawn. Their money is going to be hurt here, and, well, actually, maybe the trend will be continued just in a different way, except now it's 4 rounds in a row for Gameplay DNA, and they haven't really seen... Well, it always... I find it funny, in a way, when I see a round where the CT side do amazingly well with pistols, catching these players off guard, and then they go to the rifles and they're like, okay, now we'll go back to our default. It's like, but you just saw how effective pushing was. It was actually, if you watched the Virtus Pro versus Envious game earlier, I'm sure some of the people in the chat would have done, and it was coming all the way back. They were up by a long margin, and it came down to 15-14, and Virtus Pro on the CT side just rushed in and killed everyone and won the game. And it was just like, just because Envious was just like, why would anyone do that on their buy? It's one of those things where you sort of play the CT side in a way to catch up your team, and look at the current buy from the CT side. They pretty much spent up everything to get this buy going, and if the T side can win this one, they've got a definite chance to take this on their T side. And as I said, we really haven't seen too much from the CT side of Online Bots since the new lineup has come in. Obviously, someone has been in the team for a relatively short amount of time, so some of the CT setups will be a little bit weaker. I spoke to him the other week and he was saying, well, now that I'm in a new team, I'm actually playing positions that I'm not specifically confident in or like used to playing. I think one of them was actually on CAD. I think he said he's not used to playing the Vita. And it's just like simple things like that when you have a new team. But anyway, we are going to see again mid-presence. Seems to be very crucial to the Gameplay DNA setup. One player currently towards long. That will be the AWP, and he's just going to be waiting to see if anybody pushes. Not going to let the CT side gather any information here in Helix. He's waiting up close.
Yeah, you are correct. Someone did play actually A site in their previous team, if I'm not wrong, in Boom. And well, you have to get used to new positions when you change team, and have to get used to the mix-ups that the new team brings. But the mid to B push might come in the smoke in the CT, but Dodds ready is getting 1, but can't fight second. Flip side raiding here. It's 4 versus 4. Martin pushing it to B side, finds Spur from window, didn't land the shots correctly, and
Gonna take down one, and now he leaves Shetty in sort of a mid position, but he will find that shot. A falling headshot with the M4.
Wow.
Lovely stuff, but yeah, I feel like the CT side are in another position where they may just have to save here, and that's really going to give the advantage to the T's just moving into this. The economy game is strong. But, well, you do see that some players, though, relish that chance in the entry forcing positions. One of my favourite players, probably in the whole of Counter-Strike, is Zipix. If you ever watch, or Zipnix, or whatever you want to call him. And if you ever watch him play, he gets all the dirty spots. Like, all the spots where you think, oh, I'd hate to play that position. Like, every time it's him playing them. But and that's why when people say, oh yeah, maybe he's the weaker position. We saw today, I think it was on Overpass, they let him go to the B site, and I think it was 1v or like 4 players pushing him at once, he killed every single one. Just because he was he's so good at the angles, and it's sort of like they forced him into such horrible positions that he just adapted as a player to hold angles so well that when they put him in a nice position, he's probably the best player in the server. And it's just, that's the kind of thing you're going to see with someone on flip side. They had the double AWP there ready. And that is dodged straight out of the game. Not even going to have a chance here. Oh!
And
Vic a little bit trigger happy.
Well, it has happened to the best of us as well. I'm quite sure he said sorry, but it's still a lot of damage from Martin. Especially with M4, you need only like one headshot now. From long range, but
in and there we go. First kill going to be found. Helix backing up his teammate as well. Forget going to be pushing in next. He really needs some backup from his team. I'm not sure where the remaining players are. Someone going to be taken down by Pound. Pound is in a decent position here now around the back of the remaining players. But flip side, he's going to get finished off. And now, well, Pound with very little left. And
everything
I feel like,
crumbles.
Yeah, it was, well, the pushes there were just mistimed.
Yeah, the push was kind of shaky. There was people running all over the place. Didn't really time the push with. I mean, the push wasn't timed as a team. They like went one by one from different sides of the area. But we are going for the 22nd round here. It's 11-10. I wonder if this map may go to overtime like Tempo Storm and FaZe Clan today. I think FaZe won 19-16 in Dust 2 as well, so
yeah, Tempo Storm been looking
everything
good,
is possible. Yeah, Tempo Storm on his fire.
Right, here we go.
They're wrecking.
The buy coming out from the T's yet again, so although that round fell apart, we are going to still have enough economy for them to buy. And yeah, this is the map of online bots. You would hope that they take this one a little bit more convincingly. But yeah, it's still not a bad round for them. They've still got an opportunity here to break the T's economy. Obviously, the possibility is that the T's could also break theirs. So it's an important round. It could be one of the rounds that actually changes the game for either of the teams. And well, I think coming in from someone playing a little bit of a difficult position here, he's got to hit those headshots. That's all he can be seen. And if they look down here, they're going to have a free kill. And Kvik going to be finding Shetty in the meantime. Helix still doing work. Spur going to find the lurker as well. So this isn't looking good now for the T side. A 2 versus 3. One of these players has to find a kill quickly. And Flipside going to jump down. He's so low on HP. This has to be the round for online bots. And yeah, that's going to be, well, probably the save now coming in for the T side. It'd be a bit risky. They'd have to go with a Tech 9 on one of their players. I'm not sure it would be the best decision from them. But let's see what they're able to pull out of the bag.
Spur is actually landing quite nice AVP shots, but he is last in the team. But when he actually hits the shot, it's epic.
Yeah, I feel
like you said, Martin only 18 HP after the AVP shot into the legs.
Yeah, I feel like he's getting the shots, but he's not always getting the kill, and that's kind of hurting his stats a little bit. I'm not sure. Has the stream on my Xbox lagged out? I'm hoping that's not overall, otherwise I'll probably be crying again. I can't actually check at the moment. I'll have to tab out in just a second. But we are going to be seeing 2 players left now for the T side. I said buying into this round would be very, very risky. And, well, unfortunately for them, they've already lost 3 players to the hands of Helix and someone. And it's left to flip side and Forget to try and find something in this round. I'm wondering if my Xbox is just fucking broken. Sorry, the swearing. Oh well. Anyway, we're going to see the push come in. It's going to be just 1 player remaining now. Forget all that is left of the Gameplay DNA lineup. My Twitch app has completely died. Let me just tab out and see if everything's still...
Oh no, everything is crashing. Everything is crashing for you, huh?
Seems like everything's
It's the
fine.
end of the world.
Yeah, no, everything's fine. No, it's just my Xbox. No, why? RIP Xbox 2015. I can't even quit the app, which is brilliant. But anyway, I'm just going to have to live without the chat for a little bit. We're going to be seeing a pistol buy coming in from the T side. This is just so they can get back on the buy in the next round. The loss bonus is starting to build up. Any damage they can do to the CT side will benefit them greatly, because we do have a couple of players very, very low on the top of the team. And, well, Spur, Shetty going to find the 2 entry kills. This is going to make things nice and easy for the remainder of the round, as long as they don't muck up too much here. The flashbang coming in, absolutely perfect. The Molotov now down from Shetty, but the 2 players have already